Good morning, dear students and teachers. My name is Енсепова A.S. I am an English teacher at Назарбаев Intellectual School in Akturbek. I am glad to see you at my online lesson. The topic of our lesson is rave reviews. So, what are you going to learn today? Or what are you going to do today? You will read different kinds of reviews, read for gist and for specific information, speak on the topic, practice the topical vocabulary, use the vocabulary in speech, practice for writing your own film reviews. So, let's start. So, in pairs or in groups, answer the questions. What kind of review is a rave review? List as many things as possible that may be reviewed in the media. What sorts of things do you read or listen to reviews of? Has a rave review ever affected you? So you have some time to discuss these questions in pairs or in groups. Okay, let's discuss together. So what is a rave review? A rave review is a report in a newspaper or magazine that praises something such as a film or show in a very enthusiastic way. This definition is given by Macmillan Dictionary. So, things that may be reviewed in the media. I believe that you've made a long list of the things which may be reviewed in the media, and let me give you some of them. A book, a film, a play, music, a computer game, a restaurant, and some other things. So, look at the headlines below, which are all from the reviews. The first headline, base for backpackers. Next headline, standing the test of time. C, still fun, still challenging, still not changing much. D, an album of mystic love. And the last headline is under one digital umbrella. So these are all headlines of reviews. So the questions, what do you think the reviews might be about? B, can you tell from each headline whether the review would mainly praise or criticize? So you've seen the headlines of reviews, and in pairs discuss and say if the reviews what might the reviews be about, and if the review would mainly praise or criticize. After discussion, you will look quickly at the reviews and check your answers. So, before reading the reviews, let's discuss together. So, what do you think the reviews might be about? So, A, base for backpackers, can be about a hostel for backpackers. Good. As for the next headline, standing the test of time. So just looking at this headline, we cannot say what the review might be about. So it's not clear from the headline. C, still fun, still challenging, still not changing much. Here it's not clear, but we can guess it can be about a computer game. An album of mystic love. I think you all guessed that it's about a music album. And the last, under one digital umbrella. So I believe that you made the correct guess. The headline only makes it clear that it is something digital. So the word digital can give us a hint. Can you tell from each headline whether the review would mainly praise or criticize? Let's discuss from the start. So again, base for backpackers. It's not clear from the heading if it is going to be mainly praising or criticizing. So the headline is neutral. B. Standing the test of time. The headline makes it clear that it is praising rather than criticizing. Still fun, still challenging, still not changing much. It's clear that it's praising. Okay, the next D. An album of mystic laugh. Sounds generally positive, but headline does not give much away. And the last, under one digital umbrella. Sounds generally as if it is praising rather than criticizing. It implies that the website is convenient. Okay, good job. Very well done. Let's pass on to the next task. Look quickly at the reviews, AE, and check your answers. So I will read the reviews for you. A. It's not brand new anymore, but base is still sleek and distinct as ever in its shiny red perspex. The color, we are told, is officially called Hot Lips Red. Base has a futuristic space station feel with announcements being piped over a PA and an architecturally interesting environment with lots of quirky angels and interesting sidelines. Semi-opaque skyways connect different sections of the building, and skylit atrium on the ground floor has a pleasant indoor-outdoor feel. Shared facilities include a basement kitchen and a TV lounge, plus the buzzing red eye bar. All rooms have air conditioning and en-suite bathrooms, and there's a girls-only level called the sanctuary. The staff are young and hip and provide helpful best of leads to guide travelers to some of Melbourne's more hidden places. Next review. Aside from some basic knowledge of recent world history, little background is needed to appreciate the strength and power of the film. Casablanca accomplishes that which only a truly great film can, enveloping the viewer in the story, forging an unbreakable link with the characters, and only letting go with the end credits. The first time I saw Casablanca, I remember vividly how modern it seemed. While many movies from the 30s and 40s appear horribly dated when viewed today, Casablanca stands up remarkably well. The themes of courage, sacrifice, and heroism still ring there true. The dialogue has lost none of its wit or cleverness. The atmosphere, enhanced by the sharp black and white cinematography of approaching menace, is as palpable as ever. And the characters are still as perfectly acted and three-dimensional as they were more than 50 years ago. Let's move to the next review. When you've hit on a formula through luck or skill the way that J Games did with Mad Boys, it's hard to break too far from the original idea for fear of breaking the whole thing. Because of this, if you were to take a quick dip into Mad Boys 2, you could be found wondering what exactly has changed. The answer in terms of core game play is virtually nothing, but in terms of presentation, structure and accessibility, Mad Boys 2 is much easier to play, if you are prepared to spend some time getting to understand its control system. The original game was unforgiving at times, but with 3 difficulty settings, this second outing gives players much more leeway. The next review, D. Occasionally an album arrives, the impact of which comes not from its clarity, but through the sense of haunted mystification it leaves the listener with. Chords, dynamics, lyrics, harmonies and instrumentation all combine to deny you the reassurance of certainty and send you instead tumbling back to an age before adult rationalization and supposed articulacy of feelings that you experienced but were powerless to express. Pool Sound's second album was inspired by the end of the relationship between songwriter Jess Lohr and singer Carly Sewell. Yet what makes Last Nights of Summer a triumph is not what he specifically communicates, but rather its willingness to linger in the fog and embrace the breakup. There is a feature-length film to go with the CD, but this album is already visual enough. It is also a masterpiece that at least is crystal clear. Now let's pass on to the next review. E. Digital Keys combines several popular entertainment sites under one tidy roof. News, reviews, and features from different sources have been seamlessly integrated into three main categories: music, cinema, and home cinema, which makes it easy to browse the well-written content. The site also features a cult section that covers Doctor Who and other popular shows and people, as well as links to lively forums and its presence on Facebook and Twitter. There is lots of great stuff here for music, TV, and film buffs to enjoy, although you need to register to post comments. Okay, we have read all the reviews, and I hope that you've checked your answers. Now, are these statements true, false, or the information not given? Review A. First, the writer has no complaints about bass. 2. The writer found the architecture of bass unappealing. 3. The writer stayed in the sanctuary area of bass. Review B. First, the writer has seen Casablanca more than once. 2. The issues at the heart of Casablanca seem rather outdated today. 3. The writer was moved to tears when he watched Casablanca. Review C. First, Mad Boys is the fourth version of a computer game. 2. The writer thinks the new version shows little improvement. 3. The writer thought the original game did not need improving. Review D. First, Pool Sound's new album is based on a true love affair. Second, the writer thought the video accompanying the album was poorly filmed. 3. This new album presents the story in a very clear way. Review E. First, the website gives information about different types of entertainment. 2. The website has just been created. 3. The writer finds this website difficult to use. So you have some time to answer these questions, true or false. You can work in pairs. Okay, let's check. Review A. The first. The writer has no complaints about bass. You're right, it's true. I hope that you have a correct answer for the second statement. The writer found the architecture of bass unappealing. False. The author says it's interesting and quirky. 3. The writer stayed in the sanctuary area of bass. Right, not given. Review B. The writer has seen Casablanca more than once. Correct, true. The issues at the heart of Casablanca seem rather outdated today. False. It is said to stand up remarkably well. 3. The writer was moved to tears when he watched Casablanca. Not given. Review C. First, Mad Boys is the fourth version of a computer game. Yes, it's false. It's the second version. The writer thinks the new version shows little improvement. False. It is said to be well ahead of previous versions in terms of presentation, structure, and accessibility. And the last, the writer thought the original game did not need improving. False. The writer says that earlier versions were unforgiving at times, which implies that he or she felt that some improvement would be desirable. Review D. Full Sound's new album is based on a true love affair. True. The writer thought the video accompanying the album was poorly filmed. Not given. This new album presents a story in a very clear way. False. It is said to leave the listener with a sense of haunted mystification. Review E. The website gives information about different types of entertainment. True. The website has just been created. Not given. The writer finds this website difficult to use. False. The writer says it is easy to explore the site. Excellent job. Now let's pass on to the next work at vocabulary. So you have read those reviews and answered some questions, discussed headlines, and let's work at the vocabulary which are from the reviews. So here are given words phrases. Do they convey a positive or a negative impression in the reviews? So the words are sleek, quirky, buzzing, palpable, well ahead, unforgiving, gives more leeway, haunted, embrace, masterpiece, tidy, seamlessly integrated, hit on a formula. So in groups, decide if these words convey a positive or a negative impression. For this you have some time. Okay, let's do an open class feedback. So the first word, sleek, has a positive meaning. Quirky is also positive. Buzzing, again positive. We have positive words here. Palpable, again positive. Well ahead is certainly positive. Unforgiving gives more leeway, negative. Haunted, positive, though this could be negative in other contexts. Sometimes the words can have negative or positive meanings according to the context. Embrace, positive. Masterpiece, of course, positive. Tidy, positive. Seamlessly integrated, positive. Hit on a formula, positive. Though this could be negative in other contexts. So as we can see from the list, many of the words and phrases have positive meanings. Only one or two expressions are negative, which are unforgiving, gives more leeway, and two expressions could have both meanings. according to their context, but in this case they are in the positive meaning, haunted and hit on a formula. Well done. Super job. Now let's do the next task. Complete the gaps in these expressions. A. Why we stay in that hostel? It's got a good review. B. I might as buy the album. I have all their rooms. All their ones. C. So am I in saying that this software can be used with a Mac as well as a PC. D. Another, we should have plenty of opportunity to publicize the concert. E. Isn't it mainly error of careful planning? F. I am not entirely that we should ask the author to change the ending of the book. G. I agree with you on the, but there are a few things I'd like to you up on. H. I'm into as to whether we should cut the scene or not. So this task could be done in pairs in the discussion stage, but you can write individually in your copybooks, so you have some time for fulfilling this task. Okay, let's check together. The first, why don't we stay in that hostel? It got a good review. Good review. Now let's pass on to the next sentence. I might as well buy the album. I have all their other ones. Super. Let's check the next sentence. So am I right in saying that this software can be used with a Mac as well as a PC? Good job. Let's check the next sentence. In other words, we should have plenty of opportunity to publicize the concert. Well done. Isn't it mainly a matter of careful planning? Good of you. And the next sentence. I am not entirely convinced that we should ask the author to change the ending of the book. The following sentence. I agree with you on the whole, but there are a few things I'd like to take you up on. I'm in two minds as to whether we should cut that scene or not. Brilliant. So, you have some time to check your answers. Okay, so again, let's come back to the discussing of reviews. What is the purpose of a review? A. To interest and entertain the reader. B. To describe the subject of the review to the reader. C. To convey the writer's opinion about the subject of the review. D. To promote the subject of the review. And E. Something else. So in groups discuss what is the purpose of a review. Okay, I'm sure that you've discussed this question and came to the conclusion that the purpose could be all of these points according to the review, according to the type of review, and according to the audience whom the review is addressed to. Thank you. So we are going to read the film review. While reading the review, make notes on the following things. The first, make notes on facts about the film and its plot. Then, phrases that convey the writer's opinion of the film. And the last, things included to interest and entertain the reader. So take out your pencils or pens and sheets of paper and be ready to make notes on these 3 points. Getting eco-friendly with aliens. So read this text and I'll read the text along with you. When choosing the best film of the last decade, James Cameron's Avatar has to be up there among the greats. With this movie, the director took a flying leap into another dimension, super slick 3D, leading those in the know to breathlessly declare a new level had been reached in the art of filmmaking. The film emerged as an eminently watchable and hugely entertaining sci-fi spectacular, but it did seem unable to decide if it wanted to wipe out every blue-skinned extraterrestrial in sight or get all touchy-feely and eco-friendly with them. The movie takes us 100 years or so into the future, when planet Earth is trying to solve its energy issues by mining the rarest of all the minerals, the charmingly named unobtainium. Naturally, this mineral is only to be found on one particular planet far, far away, deep in jungles, swarming with quirky, scary CGI creatures under a giant tree. This tree, unfortunately, just happens to be the spiritual home of the planet's native race, the Navy. These hugely tall blue aliens have pointy ears and flat noses, ethnic beards and dreadlocks. A mining company from Earth has set up a quasi-military base there and is preparing to drive the aboriginal inhabitants off their land, led by the psychotic Colonel Quaritch, played by Stephen Lang. But the mining corporation also has a scientific unit led by Dr. Grace Augustine, Sigourney Weaver, which seeks merely to study the inhabitants, get to know them, and importantly to make avatars in the shape of Navy. These avatars, which the humans remote control from their base into their jungle, can communicate peacefully with the blue giants in their own exotic, subtitled language and attempt to convince them to live of their own free will. Our hero and avatar pilot is Jake Sully, Sam Worthington, a retired soldier now wheelchair-bound after dreadful injuries. He is blown away by the liberating virtual reality that his newfound avatar alien body affords him. He reveals in his jungle adventures, and although he at first schemes alongside the mining corporation to facilitate the upcoming military invasion, he soon falls in love with the beautiful female alien Neytiri, Zoe Saldana, and switches sides. Sully sees a glimmer of hope, a chance to be happy and in love. When the invasion comes, he sides with the Navy. The digitally created world integrates seamlessly with real-life actors, and it's all undeniably impressive. The film's special effects are certainly spectacular, especially on the big screen. However, it's difficult to tell if cinema as a genre has really evolved or not. But take away the mind-blowing special effects and the director's huge reputation, and you have a truly fascinating story about a money-obsessed company developing technology in order for humans to sneak into the lives of aliens and destroy their natural habitat. What an interesting idea it is, and this is what makes the film worthwhile. So let's check your notes. The first, facts about the film and its plot. Yes, the name of the film is Avatar. It was directed by James Cameron. It used new 3D technology. The story is set 100 years in the future. Actor Stephen Lang plays the role of Colonel Miles Quaritch. Sigourney Weaver plays the part of Dr. Grace Augustine, and Sam Worthington plays pilot Jake Sully. Good job. The next, notes on phrases that convey the writer's opinions of the film. Among the greats, super sleek 3D, eminently watchable and hugely entertaining sci-fi spectacular. Unable to decide if the digitally created world meshes pretty much seamlessly with, undoubtedly impressive. The effects of Avatar are certainly something to see, but it is difficult to tell if cinema as a genre has really been changed or not. A truly fascinating story. What a great idea it is, and that is what makes it an experience. And things included to interest and entertain the reader. The inclusion of super sleek new text 3D, the quirky scary CGI animals, the planet's aboriginal inhabitants, hugely tall blue Corsi humanoids called the Navy, who have pointy ears, flat noses, ethnic dreadlocks and beards, the exotic subtitle language of the Navy, the love story, the battle scenes. Okay, good job. You've done these tasks. So is there anything else about the language of the reviews that you think in some way reflects the content of the film? Discuss this in your pairs. You have some time. The language of the review reflects and underlines the setting of the film. For example, adjectives like quirky, scary, exotic. Well done. So, the next task is complete the gaps without looking back at the review. So A. Take a leap into. B. Watchable. C. The home of. D. In love with. E. Integrates with. F. Impressive. G. Special effects. H. A fascinating story. You have some time to fill in the gaps. You can write individually but discuss with your partners. Okay, let's check together as an open class feedback. A. Take a flying leap into. I think that you've done this next. Yes, eminently watchable. The next is the spiritual home of. The next, fall in love with. Integrate seamlessly with. Undeniably impressive. Mind-blowing special effects. A truly fascinating story. Okay, you have some time to check your own writings with the given keys. Okay, good job, and let's pass on to the next task. Discuss which features in the checklist below are most important in the review and why. An eye-catching title, basic details about what you are reviewing, First, information about key details, for example, people, location, and so on. A detailed summary of what you are reviewing, plot. A mixture of past tenses, for example, to give information about the film. And present tenses, for example, to make a plot sound exciting. A style that is suitable for a specific audience. Evocative adjectives. A balanced discussion of any positive and negative aspects. A recommendation about what you are reviewing or a summary of who might enjoy it. Discuss in groups. While discussing, take in your minds that what you have read today, different kinds of reviews, and if they had these things which were mentioned here. Thank you. I think that yes, you've come to the conclusion that all of these features are important. So excellent job. Now your homework is to write a review. An international arts magazine is preparing a feature on TV programs that viewers find particularly original or unusual. Write a review in which you outline the program you choose, explain why you consider it original or unusual, discuss what you believe the aims of the program makers were, comment on whether you felt the program achieved its aims successfully or not. Write your review in an appropriate style. Write 220-260 words. So don't forget about the things that are important in your reviews, the things that you have to include: outline of the program and your explanation why you consider it original or unusual, and what you believe the aims of the program makers were. So the program makers' aims. Then give your comment on whether you felt the program achieved its aims successfully or not. So you have to mention these 4 points. Okay, thank you for the lesson. You did a great job today. So what we've done today, what we have learned in this lesson. We've read different types of reviews, and we have seen that we can write reviews on different things. And we've revised some vocabulary, used them in our speech. We've differentiated some positive or negative phrases, and we know what is the purpose of the review could be, and we are going to write our own reviews according to the reviews which we have read today. References: the sources which were used in this lesson today: Course Plan English Grade 11 with NIS resources, Felicity Odell and Broadhead, Objective Advanced Students Book 3rd edition, Cambridge University Press, 2013, Macmillan Dictionary online, and the template for the presentation was taken from www.themegallery.com. Thank you for the lesson. It was a pleasure for me to work with you, and I hope that you've learned something new about writing reviews. and you'll be successful in writing your own reviews. Again, the teacher of English was from NIS October, Енсепова. And if you are interested in this lesson, you can visit the site of Moodle, NIS EDUKZ, and find the lesson plan and PowerPoint presentation here. Thank you. Goodbye.